we will use the if statement, right? So in here, the first I will say check assignment score to be check assignment score to be the number from 0 to 100 only. That means when the user put the score that is not the number between 0 and 100, you will tell the user to put again, right? So in that case, we use if, right? So we say assign score is greater than or equal, right? Assign score, this one must be greater than or equal 0, and assign score must less than or equal 100, like this. So in the case like this, this means we will use a console, right? We need to enter a new line, so we just like this. But you should what you have to know that if you need the program to repeat, you have to use the while loop. That means if it's not correct, you can tell the user to put again, right? So that we don't use if we just do like this, that program just do one time, so we need the program to do repeat or more time, you have to use while loop. So that means I will use while loop for this one. So in here, this, so I say true in here, and do this, and enter, right? So you see that this one, this means we need more, this one, like this, and so in here I can say that input is input assignment score. So when you say this input the assignment score, so in here you can say n, right? N and this one, right? So I will write this one in here and input assignment score. So go back to the if statement. The if statement, we check that the score, the assignment score is in the between our 0 and 100. So in that case, it's okay, right? So when it's okay, that means we have to exit the while loop. So I will use the break statement, because when we okay, we have to exit the while loop, but when it's not okay, we don't need to exit the while loop. We will use other method to tell the user to input again. So in that case, we say else, right? Else this one. So in here we say also to right, and in here we say that try again, try again. And then in here we put that please enter the number from, we say please enter the number from 0 to 100 only, like this. So we show this message to the user, and then we need to enter a new line like this. So for this one, I say that n, right, and I want to comment this, I end this one, and for check assignment score to be the number from 0 to 100 only, you can put in here like this. So I just say like this. So after that, so in this one we see that we have the while loop, right? We use the while loop to repeat in the case that the user put the wrong number, and we use the if statement to break to exceed the while loop when the input number is correct. So after we get the value for the assignment score, we have to return back. So this means that we have to return here, return what? Return the value for assign, this one, assign school. So we return this one back. Okay, so now you see that when we go back to the main method, you see that the value here, assignment score, this one is no error, right? It's no error, but we still have the error for midterm score, final score, and determine grade method. So that means we have to create the method for midterm score, right? Midterm score. So to do that, I will create in here. So for the midterm score, also be the number. So it's static, and here you say midterm score, like this. Okay, so the midterm score is also be similar to the assignment score. So we just declare the variable for midterm score. For example, I use this one, and after that we had to input, right? Input the midterm score. So input midterm score in here. But when we put the midterm score, we have the case that when they put the wrong number, right? Which means it's not in the between 0 and 100. In that case, we have to repeat the program again to ask the user to put the number again. So we use the while loop is similar to the case that B grade for assignment score while loop. So after that, inside the while loop, we ask the user to input their midterm score. So I say console dot write this one, and in here we say midterm score. This one we don't need to enter a new line because we want the value to be beside the message. So after that, we have to declare the variable to get the value from the user. So we already declare variable, so I use this one, right, midterm score. So convert dot to double and console dot read line this. So after we get the value, we have to check the value to be between 0 and 100. So we will write check midterm score to be check midterm score to be the number from 0 to 100 only. To that, we use the if statement. So if the value meet this one, this value must be greater than, right, greater than or equal 0 and must less than or equal 100. Less than or equal 100. Otherwise, it's not correct. So when they put the correct, we have to exit, right? So before exit, we will enter a new line by using this one. I say new line, and to exit, we use the break to exit the while loop. But in the case that is not correct, we use the else statement to display the message to the user to input the value again. So we say like the similar console dot write. We say try again. This one, and then we say console dot write. In here we say that please enter the number from 0 to 100 only. We set this message, and then in the new line use this message, right? So then we had to end. In here we say end what? This one and this one in here. Then in here we also have to end, right? This end is mean input midterm score, and input midterm score, like this one. So after the complete end, we have to return the value that we get from the user to send back to the main method, right? So use return this one, and we use the variable this one, right? Midterm score, this one. Okay. So now go back to the main method. We see that this one, the method midterm score, this will be no error. Okay. So now we complete for the method assignment score and midterm score. So the next we have to create the final exam score. So to do that, we will create a similar. So we go in here and we create static and double, and we say final exam score, like this. Enter. So the final exam score is also similar to the midterm or assignment score. So to do that, we declare the variable double that we say final exam score. For example, we use this one. So then we have to input, right? Input final score. So input final exam score, this one. But it's similar that we have to ask the user to put, but we had the case that the user put the wrong number, so we use the while loop to repeat the program, right? So we say while loop and true this here. So we ask the user to put console.write here. We say final exam score, final exam score, like this. We don't need to enter the new line. I delete this one. So after that, we had to declare the variable to get the value. We use the value here. We already final, this one, right? Convert dot to double, and in here we use console dot read line, this one, like this. So after that, after we get the value, we have to check that the value must be in the between 0 and 100. So in here I say check, right? Check final score, final exam score to be the number from 0 to 100 only. To do that, we use if statement. final score. This one must be greater than or equal 0 and final score must be less than, right? Less than or equal 100. This one. So after the input score is correct, we just enter a new line and we see the while loop by using the statement if. In the case it's not correct, we use the else statement, right? So in here we'll tell the user that try again. Console.write. Yeah. I say try again like this, and also we tell the user that please enter the number. Please enter the number from 0 to 100 only, like this. And then we enter a new line. So in here I will comment this one and what this one, check this one, right? We end this. And the next, for this one we end for input final exam score, right? And input final exam score, this. So you see that we haven't returned the value yet. So after we get the value from the user, we have to return to the main method. So in here is a return, and that value stored in the variable final exam score, right? So I say final, this one, final exam score, this one, right? Okay, so now it seems no error, and we go back to the main method. So you see that the method final exam score here is no error. Okay, so that means we are going to create a method for determine grade only, right? Because it's there has the error. So to do that, we go in here, I say static and string, because the grade is a letter, so the return value should be the string. So in here we say determine grade, right? Determine grade, like this. You see that we use, when you want to know the letter grade, you have to know the value, right? the average value. In here we know that now we already know the average score, so we use the average score to compare that which letter is matched, right? For example, A match for the value 4, right? Or 3 match the value for C. So in here we have the average score. So when we create the method, we should have this average score too. So I say average score, this one, like this. So after that we declare the string, right? First I grade this one, and then we will use the if statement to cut the grade level. For example, that I use if average score greater than or equal 98, then the value of the grade is A plus, like this. And after that, use else if average score greater than 90, then the grade equal A only, like this. And we'll do similar. So I will copy this one, to make easy look. I will enter a new line. The name be about 88. If the score greater than 88, it means you get a B plus. But when the score just greater than 80, that means you get only B, like this. And the next we have for 78. In 78 is when you get a C plus. And when you just get more than 70, that means you just get only C. And the next for 6, if you get the value more than 68, you get the D plus. And if you just get only for 60 greater than 60, that means you get for D only. And else the grade, the value of the grade will be F, like this. Okay, so this is about the grade that we cut to be in the level. So after we get the grade when by using the value, by using the average score, then we have to return, right? Return the grade back to the main method. We use this one, grade this, return this one. So now we go back to the main method. The main method, and now you see that the method determine grade you have no error. So that means it after complete the case number 1, we are going to grade for the case number 2, and we talk about exceed the system when user finish the operation. So in this case, we have to ask the user that the user really want to exceed or just for the mistake. So to do that, we have to show the message. So I say console.write, right? And in here, I will ask that, do you want to exceed the system? Ask like this. And after that, we ask the user to put yes or no. So I say console.write. And in here I say yes or no. Like this. And when we ask the user to put yes or no, that means we have to declare the variable to get the value. So I declare the string because the user will put yes or no, which is the letter. So I use this one, and I say yes or no this one, and console.read line this one. And after you receive the value, you have to separate that between yes or no, which one, right? So I use the if statement to separate that. If yes or no is yes, that is. So when if yes, we have to break, you have to exit the system, right? And this is, I choose this value. We change this value to be 0, like this. So when we say exit system, that means we want to exit the while loop that or cover all other program, right? So to exit the while loop that or cover all the program, it means that the while loop that outside the main method, outside the switch, right? So to do that, we write in here exit the system when user finish grade calculation. And here we have if this one and exit equal 0. To exit the value, we just use the break statement. So here I use break statement like this. So after that means we complete for the number 2, and for the number for the default case, we use we just tell the user to input the number, right? So I say console.write, right? In here it says try again, this one, and after that we console.write. It says please put the number, please enter the number 1 or 2 only, like this. And then we might enter a new line, so I put this one, enter a new line. So this is our complete for our program, right? So let's check that what still missing or no. But in here we see that for the switch we say option for user to choose the kind of operation. So in the case that I would like to comment, copy this one and I say in here switch statement, right? I say n, that is say n, this n option for user to choose the kind of operation. And for this one, for the while loop, this while loop is mean that our app start from here. So I say app start like this. So this means the while loop in here we end for app start like this, breakdown here. So this is the main. Okay, so now let's check that any error or nothing. So it seems that no error, right? So let's review again that for the score that is correct. Note, we see that for the assignment we give student for 30% for the score, so we have 0.3, and for the midterm score the full score is 30%, so it will be 0.3, and the final exam the full score is 40%, so it will be 0.4, so the total score will be 100%. So now let's run our program to check. Just Control F5 on the keyboard. So now you see that the result will be like this. So just open up to be greater. So it's a grade calculator app. Please enter the following number. So number 1 for grade calculation and number 2 for thesis. So for example, I put the number 1. So it's a assignment score. For example, assignment score I get for 60%. And midterm score I get for 70%. Final score I get for 30%. Right. So you see that it replaced this one. You see this one. Assignment score 60, midterm score 7, and the final score for 30. So that means average score will be 50 and the final grade will be F, right? So for example, I put the number 1 again, and the assignment score, for example, I put the wrong number, right? Like this. So the program will ask me that, try again, right? Please enter the number from 0 to 100 only. I 66, like this. And the midterm score, for example, I put 111. This also asks that try again, please enter the number from 0 to 100 only. So for example, I put 90, like this. And the next final score, for example, I put 333. So if you ask that to put only 0 to 100. So for example, I get for 75. So when I get the 75, it means that you get this one, right? So the first assignment 66, midterm 90, and final exam 75. That means my average score will be 76.8. That means I got only the final grade for C. So now I want to exceed, so I just put a number 2 like this. So the program will ask me to confirm that I want to exceed the system or not. For example, I don't want, I just put no, so we can continue. But I put the number 2 again, and I put yes. So this means the program will stop.